Hey everybody, this is Dark Guardsman, and we're back with a really short update here. So I've been working on assembly line again, doing some small fixes and changes here. This is mainly as a result of, I was getting ready to do a tutorial set yesterday here to show kind of how to set up assembly line and set up assembly line with atomic science and kind of get the two working together, and doing a little bit of automation with it. Not a lot, because I very well knew that assembly line was not to the point where automation was going to be something easily to do with it. But there were some noticeable problems that I found that needed to be rectified sooner than later. Of course, there was a major issue with the rail blocks having a null pointer exception that would crash with the item render. It would only crash if you were holding the item and you were walking over the rails at the same time. You'll see that crash in the video if I ever uploaded of the tutorial set showing that off, because I'm not even going to edit that out. But that has been fixed. On top of that, I went ahead and added the ability to actually input and output items from the sides of rails. So before, how it worked is that you could only really put items into the belts here from the back. So anytime you have like a connection, you could do this. So if I grab this really quickly here, and let's grab something simple, the hopper. Go ahead and do it. So you could input stuff from the back. It didn't really matter what you would use. So you could use pipes, you could use basically any inventory system from any other mod, and as long as you connected it to the input part of a belt, and it could be the junction belt as well, so there's junctions which would do the same thing. So you can put hoppers on both sides of these, and I'll go ahead and show this off for both of these. I still need to finish the render for the junctions, that's why they don't look the same as these ones over here. These ones have got a lot more detail in them. So say we put that in here, and it would work. It looks like there's a little bit of a problem with what side there's input from. I'll have to go ahead and fix that for later. But you can input both sides, and of course it would come out and it would work the same way, but you can't actually input from the back here. It would not actually work, and you would not be able to input from the front or top. It just wouldn't allow that. Although I do plan to do upgrades later on that do allow from at least the top. That would be the hopper upgrade or something. Same thing with this one. You can input from here and go ahead and push it all the way in there. But you wouldn't be able to stick stuff in from the side. So if we got another one of these, and actually did this, and we could say, for example, we remove the top off of this, and we put this on the side. And now doing input from the side. So the robotic arms were the same way on the functionality. You could only input from the back, and what I decided to do was make it free to put in the side. So we'll go ahead and grab our demo here. And this one's so that's going to drop an item here, and so we'll rotate back around. We also, by the way, for those who probably haven't seen the old mod, it did not actually have rendering for the item. So this will actually render now, pulling the block and pulling it back and forth. Definitely need to do some more work on the animation on this, make it look a little nicer, and of course do a little bit more with it. But it does work. So you can take items off of the side of the belt, and you can put items on the side of it. Will help with a little bit of improvement of automation and doing a variety of other things. For example, do this. I do also plan to eventually implement support for selecting which of these slots you actually pull with the robotic arm, but that's going to come down later down the road when I actually spend a lot more time working with robotic arms, adding filters to them, adding a lot more controls, and of course cleaning up the animation, and even just finishing the texture. You can tell this is just pretty much a blank texture for the top half. The bottom is actually a solid block. I went ahead and grabbed this and pretty much used that. That way I can get something a little bit nicer looking without having to spend a huge amount of work on it. So that does work for that. Of course, there's been some usability improvements also with this, or not usability, API improvements. This now does support interacting with nodes. For those who don't know what the node system is, the pipe belts work off the node system, so you'll have a tile, and inside the tile there's a node object that actually does get interacted with. That system is meant to be used for a lot of other things, but not too much to worry about, but these do actually interact with that, which means they should work with the launchers and a few other things. So that's been that improvement. There's been a little bit of work on a lot of these pipes in general, and the thing that is going to be added here eventually is that I've actually been working on a multi-tool for voltages. So what used to be the screwdriver is now called a multi-tool. This, just like the atomic science thing, can cycle through different tool types. So you've got the rotation, you've got the basic multi-tool, you've got a wire multi-tool, fluid, and item. I don't know why that one is missing space. But you can also change the collar, and of course how you do this is shift control to change the mode back and forth. It can scroll both ways with the scroll wheel, and then the collar is changed by just holding down the shift key and of course scrolling through. It has a variety of colors that do work. Some of them apparently are not named. Still got a bit more work to do it. Gray is going to be treated as basically your generic one, and the plan for this is that you'll be able to right click on junction belts and stuff, and change the inputs and outputs on these. So instead of this being just purely a junction, you will be able to change it so that way you can say, okay, right now we can input from both sides and output one side. But say, for example, I wanted to output this side and input from both sides, that would be something that could be done. Or if I wanted to turn this into a splitter, say input from this side and output both those sides. That is a feature that will be implemented on this. And of course, this will also work for the intersection belts as well. And down the road, what I might even actually do is make it so that way you can turn an intersection belt into a junction belt, or eliminate the need to have two separate belts on that one. You just have one belt type. I will not be completely eliminating everything, so I do actually want this to be built in a certain way to make it a little bit harder to automate, as it will be giving you a lot of tools with the automation and everything else. Anyways, I'll leave you guys here with this short update, and I'll be back with more content and features and everything else. I'll definitely get some sleep, because I've been a day and a half without sleep.